Welcome back to Clark Park in Tucson, Arizona with the World Players of Handball, WPH Outdoor 3-Wall Icebreaker Challenge with Dave Vincent sitting next to David Fink here as we have Icebreaker number 5 and Ashley Moeller going up against Makaila Mitchell.
You see Ashley, Dave, wearing the long sleeves. That's not a fashion statement. It's very chilly here early in the morning at Clark Park. 47 degrees right now on court.
Yeah. It's a perfect day, except for it's a little chilly right now.
It will warm up.
As it always
does.
The
sun will start coming through. I think you'll see by the middle of this match in the high 50s. First serve here from Ashley.
You would say Ashley comes in as the more dominant player here, Dave. I don't think she's ever dropped a game against Makaila, although Makaila's game is improving. That's a good shot.
Makaila is right on that cusp of earning a women's race for 8 ranking. We talk about the best players to not qualify on the men's race for 8. She's kind of in that same bubble on the women's tour. I think you'll start seeing her play in more women's events once the tour restarts. But right now it's a quick start for Dr. Ashley, who's up 3-0. Ashley telling me before this match, I was nervous last night and this morning. I feel like I haven't played in a tournament in so long. It's hard to sleep. So nervous, in fact, Dave, that she left baby Scarlett at home. Did not want to be distracted during this match.
Well, it's good to see that the importance is still there for these players as Makaila sends that one over the roof.
Well, you remember in Ashley's last tournament match in New Orleans, baby Scarlett was teething, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And Ashley was struggling to play in that 5th place match, having to take care of the baby, calling timeouts. So that won't be an issue here today.
Makaila Mitchell now living in Tucson, Arizona.
Right, works for Banner Health. That's the University of Arizona hospital. Dietitian there, I believe. So both in the medical field.
We're at 5-0 here. And it's only been 2 minutes.
And now Makaila will serve for the first time.
You know, I didn't ask her. I had the opportunity to. You probably already know, but she looks like a softball player. Some type of athlete in high school or college besides handball. Soccer. There's something there. Incredible athlete. You can just tell. I mean, the score is not indicative of that, but just watching her warm up, I was thinking, she's excellent.
Well, these two look similar. They have a similar swing. And yes, Makaila was an athlete, a volleyball player. Ashley, a former college softball player. Both of these players came to handball pretty late. Late teens, early 20s.
Dave, when you play a college sport, you have to be really good.
Yeah.
I mean, there are many really good athletes that never make it on a college team. That's like going pro out of high school. And Ashley Moeller playing on and starting as a softball player in college is a really big deal.
You're talking about the top 0.5% of athletes. Because you can think back to how many great athletes there were in your high school, none of whom probably played on a college team.
Right. I remember in high school we had this basketball team that won the state championship, and they were just incredible, but only one player ever played college basketball. As Ashley Moeller jumps out to a nice 8-0 lead. It's the best 2 out of 3 to 21. Breaker played to 11 if we go that far. And you know, we're doing this event by making sure that the players enter the bubble. The fans have masks on. We follow the park and the city rules when it pertains to the pandemic. And thus we are breaking the ice, Dave.
It feels good. And luckily our ice statue that all the winners earned for winning an icebreaker will be intact with this chilly weather.
Yeah, no kidding.
Sits right in front of our broadcast booth.
It is kind of chilly.
Yeah.
Especially when the shade hits you here. And another
ice statue did not last long at the first icebreaker
That's true.
in September. Luckily, though, the players ran out of water and were able to use that ice sculpture for hydrating.
It's the only trophy we've ever handed somebody where they drank it. You don't drink from it, you just drink the trophy.
Right.
How did that taste? Should be a setup here.
Ashley really playing flawlessly here. 0 errors thus far in this game.
Well, conversely, though, Makaila's had a lot of opportunities to either get Moeller out of position or to get a side out somehow, and she's hit a few balls off the side of her hand in those top positions there, situations.
How does Ashley track that one down?
I don't know. See, there's another opportunity here for Makaila, and again, she goes into the ground.
Well, I think Makaila is a little bit nervous right now. This is really her first moment on the big stage with the cameras. Well, she's played a lot of tournaments, but things do change when the cameras are there. And really, you are the tournament here.
Right. In fact, there's nobody even warming up on other courts. So it kind of centralizes you even more.
What a great left there from Ashley. Wow.
Good playing.
17 shots there, and Ashley just patiently waiting for her opportunity. Both these ladies, Dave, engaged to top handball pros. Ashley Moeller to Shorty Ruiz, and Makaila Mitchell in the process of planning her wedding with Sam Esser, who we've seen on a couple of icebreakers. They both list them as their favorite players, Dave. You might be surprised by that.
I kind of am, actually. I mean, kind of.
Well,
But I think it's cool.
Ashley and Shorty won a pro doubles tournament together.
Yeah, in Las Vegas. That was
Not mixed. It was a men's open
You're right.
doubles tournament.
And it was against 2 good players, too.
Yeah.
I've played doubles with Ashley before, and she's excellent.
Right.
I mean, really good. And I've played against her when she was with me. She was on the right side, but when I played against her, she was on the left, and she was excellent. I mean, I thought, wow, maybe there's something to this. And talking to Shorty Ruiz after that win in Vegas, he said Ashley was so unbelievable you wouldn't believe it. I mean,
You can't win a doubles championship if your doubles partner is not playing well. And Ashley just doing everything right here in this first game. Driving the ball well with both hands. She got one of her paddle kills set up there. Front wall, side wall. Now 17-0 here, Dave, in this first game. And this is a nightmare for Makaila, who you're going into your first big match and you're thinking, what if I don't score? Well, now it's happening.
yeah, this is one of those things that you don't want people to see. It's like, take that scoreboard off, please.
Yeah.
16-0.
Okay. These two are frequent doubles partners here at Clark Park, Dave, and they've never lost together.
Wow.
Makaila just hanging back there, and Ashley hits the tomahawk kill into the right corner.
I just hear 20-0.
Yeah, I believe it is.
And that's it, Dave. Wow, that was pretty darn quick. 21-0, Ashley Moeller taking game number 1 against Makaila Mitchell. I can almost guarantee that Makaila's not going to go out like this in game number 2. She's going to have to put up some type of fight.
You can pretty much determine the stats here in this game, but let's go through them really quickly anyway. 5 aces for Ashley Moeller, of course 0 for Makaila. Ashley with 1 first strike kill, 7 right-handed kills, and she won 7 of the 9 6+ shot rallies.
Okay.
Makaila not doing much except littering it with 11 airs to Ashley's 0.
Oh, and she comes out with a different serve here. Not like she had a lot of opportunities to serve in game number 1, but
only 2.
But the first serve and now the second serve, both deep, same exact thing, and she gets 2 straight points.
Well, 2 airs for Ashley. That's 2 more than she made in that first game.
Well, isn't it strange that sometimes you just feel when you're on the court playing that you can't even buy a point or a side out, but then something happens in between,
right,
and then you come out in game number 2 and you can score points like this? You think to yourself, what did I do wrong? How come I couldn't do that in the first game?
Well, we see that a lot when a player gets stuck on 20, if you're playing to 21, or 15,
right,
if you're 15, you can't get that last point. You come into the next game and just score 2 points in 20 seconds.
Yeah. No.
You're thinking to yourself, where was that when I needed it 10 minutes ago?
Kayla doing some running there. I thought she was going to win that rally.
What a great serve. That's 6 inches from the back line and 6 inches from the side wall. Another one in a great spot. You're already seeing a completely different match here. Very competitive early in this second game.
Well, the first game only lasted 10 minutes. Actually, 9 minutes and 45 seconds. And you see Ashley having to back up on that serve. Just more confidence altogether here for Makaila, who drives a fist shot down that left wall for another point, 4-2. This is Icebreaker number 5, WPH Outdoor 3-wall money tournament. It's a series we're holding during the pandemic. We're not getting rid of pro handball. We're just finding ways and loopholes to allow the players still to play. And if you want to get involved in one, contact us at info@wphlive.tv.
We've received a lot of requests. A lot of players seeing this and wanting to be involved. How can you blame them?
Yeah, one of the best courts in the country. One of, I said. I don't want to get those emails.
I'm going to go ahead and say it is the best court in the country.
Subjective.
No one's ever emailed me, so I don't have to worry about that.
I just get hate emails, so it's probably from what you have said, and then I'm the one that has to
Sounds
backpedal.
likely.
That's why I'm saying it's one of the.
But I'm saying it's the, so you're still
It's
getting
still
the emails.
Still one of. Agree to also agree. 3-5 score here, game number 2. You know, how tough is it on those deep serves, Dave, when you have to back up as a person returning serve?
This is a long question. I can feel it.
No, that's about it.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Well, you have to tell yourself, I'm just trying to get this back. When the ball's, hard and deep, close to the back line, you're not going to be able to do much more than just get it back, hopefully high. Force your opponent to at least make a great shot. See, now that sweatshirt does not bother me at all sitting there. It's not. I'm not thinking about it.
Right.
I don't mind it.
Well, I was having a tough time with that microphone on the left corner.
Yeah. Oh no.
And I've learned to accept it, but I'm not happy about it.
I've never noticed that, but I definitely don't notice that sweatshirt there, and I won't think about it again.
Well, I'm not going to ask the cameraman to crop it out.
Okay.
Which, by the way, they could do.
Oh.
Just not smart to use a fist in that shot, right? That position right there.
No, definitely not.
Broken ball?
No, it hit the sign.
That's right. It makes that slap.
Makaila making the air there. It looked like she could have used the 3-step hop instead of the one big step. But Makaila is a competitive volleyball player. I know you've played a lot of volleyball, Dave. You're 6'8", so you're one of the top picks for every team. Maybe that's more of the spike in volleyball, 1 step.
I guess.
I don't know.
But if she would have let that ball drop, she wouldn't be returning the serve right now. Big setup here.
That was such a bad miss.
Well, that's a good point. Ashley says she deserves it. It was a bad miss. And she actually does deserve that because she had the open lane and she missed out. One of the byproducts of not having a referee standing close enough, they have to listen back. That's one of those weird serves right there, Dave, where if you're going to call a ball where if you serve it and it hits the ground and it's a double fault or a side out, why wouldn't that be considered the same thing?
Well, I made the mistake of calling that a side out.
Doesn't it seem like it?
I thought it was, and I did it at a crucial moment in a match, and I still feel bad about it. This was 5 years ago.
It just has a feeling like it should be side out.
I didn't even think twice about it. I just thought that's a side out.
Yeah, that's the rule. It just feels like it should be
I
the rule.
found out I was wrong.
You know how hard it is to serve a ball over the sidewall? I mean, that's ultimately what that was, long, but also off the side. I mean, it's not easy to do that, so it does seem like an anomaly. And you should reward it by saying you can't serve anymore.
I thought so.
That ball almost made it. 7-6, I believe I heard Ashley say. Another good serve deep.
Ashley Moeller, Dave, a former 3-wall national champion, singles, defeated Megan Dorniker there, which very few have ever done. Ashley says the most important shot in handball is the serve and return of serve.
I agree. But those are two shots, not the most important shot is either one or the other, right? You're given two.
Just reading her rapid fire challenge. Wish you'd do one.
It's like somebody saying, what's your favorite food? And your answer is pizza and pasta.
Same family, though.
Pizza and ice cream.
Oh, it's a little different.
Maybe it's still the same family.
What a great shot there from Ash. Comes over the top of the overhand fist. Just out of Makaila's reach.
Again, another very tough serve to return right there.
You'd think Makaila has to take that with her left.
You would think that, and
because once you jam yourself into that left side wall, you don't have much of a swing. You're also falling to your left with no space.
But if you take it with your left, you have an opportunity or maybe even a possibility that you would hit that side wall with the ball on the facade of the side wall.
Well, that's one of the things that makes thru all so tough is being able to control the ball with your overhand left. And if you can't, you won't last long in a 3-wall match. Beautiful fly dump kill there from Ashley. Ashley says the player she'd most like to play in her prime, Lisa Frazier Gilmore.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. That's a lot of power with the left there from Ashley. Now, Ashley says that Tucson fans are the best fans, but unfortunately for her, there are no fans at this match as the park is closed for this one.
Now, we have some matches that might take place later on where there will be fans, but for
that will be a double icebreaker.
Yeah, for the serious icebreaker number 5 here, everything's closed down. Why is that funny to you? Why is that funny? I wasn't trying to be funny. How come people laugh when I'm not trying to be funny, and then when I try to be funny, it's just a stone face? Not liking that. Well, it made the front wall. Not funny. That little asterisk that you see next to Moeller's name on the scoreboard, that's because she won game number 1. Not because she's serving, although they do look a lot alike in the court, like you said earlier. Earlier, when they were warming up, I was taking pictures, and I took 3 pictures of Makaila, thinking that I was taking 3 pictures of Ashley. And I was reviewing it, and I go, wait a second, this is the wrong person.
Let me just mark this down. That's the 6th time I've heard that story.
Oh, you were listening in the previous 5.
Actually, you tried it out on me.
I saw 5 people, and now you're the 6th. Ooh, I love that.
And you can aim for that shot, and I think Makaila did there. If you get the right angle, particularly when you're in the front court, you can send that ball over the side wall. I've seen that shot come back a few times, but the odds are it's not coming back.
Right.
I guess you'd call that the edge. But when it goes over that edge, very hard to return.
What would you say, like 1 in 50, 1 in 100?
Well, it depends who you're playing. I would say somebody like Shorty is probably the best at returning that shot where he can control the ball over the wall. But first of all, you have to be able to read that the ball is going over that side wall. Because if you wait, it's already over your head.
Right.
And then you have to have enough control and power to send it back over that side wall to the front wall.
That looked like a wrist shot.
Well, you're encouraged to use the wrist when you bump set, right?
Right.
In volleyball.
That's true.
Now, Makaila's been in this game all the way. 14-11 now. She trails, serving though.
Oh, I like that power there. Another good one.
Both these players from the Midwest originally. Dave, Makaila is a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan. Her and her fiance, Sam Esser. Don't try and play them on a Sunday during a Chiefs game.
You see Makaila's kind of mantra here in game number 2 is trying to put the ball deep. Mm-hmm. Either with power, driving it, or even fluffing it back to the back court. But she's making a conscious effort to just keep Ashley out of the front court.
It's hard to give up a lot of kill shots when you just keep pushing the ball deep. There's not much your opponent can do from back there, but just return the same shot, the deep shot.
We have a timeout here on the floor with Mitchell scoring a couple points after that side out, now 13-14. It is Icebreaker number 5 in Tucson, Arizona. We're at Clark Park. This is the tournaments that we've been holding during the pandemic as we follow the city rules and the rules from the city park and rec at Randolph Park, plus our own rules. And speaking of rules, when that ball hits the front wall and then hits that facade, or like you call it, the edge, is it playable here, or is that a house rule at Clark Park?
Yeah, if it rolls down the edge, can you play it? Yes.
But I would say it's okay if it hits the edge once, but if it hits it again and again and again, that's like it hitting the ground, right? I mean, you can't hit multiple times. It doesn't make sense.
I agree with that, but I have not seen the rule written that way.
But it seems like that should be like, we'll let it hit one time, but it can't hit, because I've seen it bounce a couple times on there.
Like that would be like a rollout. You can't return a rollout after it's bounced 3 times.
How many times did that ball actually go up and down before he got it? So that's something that needs to be looked at. But nonetheless, I think it's still cool to hit it. But what does the actual rule book say on something like that? Or does it even mention it?
I have not. I'd have to look at that. Don't remember reading that. But if it bounced 3 times on the edge, what if you hit a 3-wall shot? It hits the sidewall, front wall, sidewall. That's 3.
Yeah, but not on the ground. It's not coming back up. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're going to allow it to be hit from the edge, you might as well just allow it to roll down the edge and hit it. I guess.
Good handball there from both ladies.
These are the rallies that you look back later and you say to yourself, I'm horrible. You just say it, you're like, I could have done so many things there. But you know, it's tough when you're out of breath. You make really bad decisions.
Ashley leads 17-14 here. That was a great serve. She went to the sidearm deep serve there instead of the overhand.
I think it makes a difference too. As a player returning the serve and you just get that different look, it almost seems to plant your feet in cement really quickly. I mean, you still see players get out of the block quick to go get those, but you hesitate just enough that you can't go in and cut that ball off.
Now the fiancés really don't know what to do right now. Do they make eye contact? Do they offer water? Do they just stay away? I'm looking at them.
Uh-huh.
They're confused.
Well, remember the score of game number 1 was 21-0 in favor of Ashley Moeller. Right now, it's 17-18, I believe.
I think it's 14-18.
I don't know. The scoreboard showed something different.
Let's listen in here. 18-14.
Yeah, definitely the scoreboard's wrong.
Another match day without a referee and 0 hinders called. 4 screens.
See, it says 17 on that scoreboard, but I guess...
see what it says.
Yeah, all right. 20-14.
Match point here. Ashley Moore looking to take the first women's icebreaker.
That was close. Yeah, this is the first one, huh?
Won't be the last.
Oh, no, just a miss on the underhand paddle there.
Kind of like Ashley flipping the ball to the shortstop going for the double play, but couldn't quite get it there.
She's just flipping it out of her mitt.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And there's another point now for Makaila.
Great serve. Ashley tries to hit that in an open stance. That makes that shot even more challenging. What if Makaila would have snuck that serve to the right? Ashley's already standing against the left side wall. She missed it anyway, but if Makaila sends that serve over her right shoulder, hard overhand,
yeah,
how does Ashley get there?
I
mean, that's 20
thought about
feet
that
she has to cover.
About 5 serves ago, I saw that she had that open lane. I was thinking, you drive that really quick right now, like a quick serve, pop it right over your head. That's a freebie.
But then again, Makaila doesn't necessarily see what we're seeing from behind
That's
the
true.
court.
That's true.
She doesn't realize that Ashley is that far to the left. And it would still take a lot of control to hit that serve straight down the right, because if it comes to the middle, Ashley's going to have a pretty good look at the return.
Good setup and a miss. Boy, you don't want to miss there. Yeah. Not with this incorrect scoreboard. You don't want to miss. Not 19-20.
Number 2 here.
Oh, did she get it?
That was just long. Her first match point, she hit just long also.
Yeah. Going for that deep.
Now, we saw an icebreaker number 4 between Leo and Sam Esser. Leo needing 6 match points to win that.
Wow.
Ashley gets it on her second.
That was beautiful, actually. That was one of the best serves of the whole tournament. That really fooled Makaila and Ashley Moeller, taking her here in 2 unofficially. That score should be, what, 21 to 15?
16.
Okay, 21 to 16. Scoreboard says 21-19, but nonetheless, Moeller wins game number 1, 21 to 0, and then closes it out 21 to 16 here in game number 2, winning the very first women's Icebreaker Challenge in Tucson, Arizona.
Well, Makaila really picked up her game there from, of course, 0 points in the first game to 16. 0 aces in that first game for Makaila. She had 8 in the second game. She had 9 right-hand rally enders, and she won 6 of the 14 6-plus shot rallies. Makaila with 9 airs, though, in this second game. She had 11 in the first game, but you think if she would have cut down those airs just by 4 or 5, could have been a different story.
Yeah, it very well could have been. Well, we're going to take a break. We'll have another one of these Icebreaker Challenges in Tucson, Arizona coming up. Now, like we said earlier, if you want to be involved in this, be pretty simple for you. You can just email us at info@WPHlive.tv. Email us and say, I want to play in one of your icebreakers, and we'll see if we can work it out. Mm-hmm. If you can socially distance, enter a bubble, not bring all the friends and family to the venue, because the venue might not even let you come in. They might have different rules by the time that we coordinate it. We've got a lot of stops every couple weeks coming up, basically. And so we'll try to work you in. It could be fun, Dave.
I think it's been great to see the pro players able to play some handball during the pandemic, and I know that they're enjoying it. And what could be better than playing at this beautiful park here in Tucson, Clark Park, that was built by the players.
Okay, well, we're going to say goodbye for now. Thanks for tuning in here at WPHlive.tv. It's the WPH Outdoor Icebreaker Challenge.